Angry guy here, and women are demanding men date them as passport bros leave. Women are demanding that men date them as password bros leave. If you didn't think that the password bros and MWA is having a real effect, men are going MWA. They are walking away from Western society, Western women, and they're only working as much as they need to, and they're choosing not to date, but instead focus on themselves and maintaining their peace. All right, because men are tired of the bull crap. And here you have women who've lived these extravagant lives, live lives on easy mode. I mean, here you have a woman who's in her clearly in her maybe 60s, and you just have to listen to her attitude, the way she 50s, late 50s, or somewhere in her 60s, and she is just absolutely narcissistic, basically, and so entitled. And it just shows you the result of Simpson society, where they've allowed these types of women to be on a pedestal. It's amazing that women don't realize that despite you may have a ton of beta male orbiters, but not all of those men are going to be good suitors. But these women, because of those simps, because of those orbiters, their sense of confidence, their sense of entitlement is so high because they think that they're so valuable, even though when they're 30 years past their sexual marketplace prime, they don't care. They still think that men are there to serve them and to provide them. I mean, I showed you a video yesterday of a woman who was saying that she knows 70-year-old women who date billionaires, and a woman's value does not diminish as she gets older. It only increases, and the only difference is now she's going to date older men who are higher value men. Like, what the heck? Like, at 70 years old, she knows 70-year-old women who date billionaires. Really? Because I don't. I cannot think of one 70-year-old woman who's dating a billionaire. All right? This is the level of delusion. These women are trying to destroy women. I'm telling y'all right now. These women that are feeding women lies, they're trying to destroy women.
I ain't gonna chase a man. And I know these guys are like, oh, you have to put an effort. No, effort reciprocated. The bee goes to the flower. The flower does not go to the bee. And the kind of man I'm attracted to, I don't need to chase, nor do I want to. He wouldn't want me chasing him. That's the kind of man I'm attracted to. If you want me to chase you, you can be waiting a long time. There's only two things I chase: money and a taco truck. You, sir, neither of these. I make my own money. So if I'm with a man, I want him to put an effort. And if I'm interested, I will reciprocate that effort. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me twisted. If a man's making an effort and I like him, I'll give the exact same match that energy. If his energy changes, my energy will change. Trust that.
She said if a man wants her to chase him, he will be.
Yo, y'all, is it just me or are these women kind of ghetto? No, I'm just trying to spit this right now. Is it just me? I grew up in New York. Like, I know what urban talk sounds like. Like, when did white women start? This is an older white chick too. Like, when did white women start sounding like old black women? I'm just being like real with y'all. Like, this is crazy. Like, the way that they speak now, it's like, did you grow up in the hood? Like, what the hell is this? But no, but this, I mean, that's really what it is, though, because they've been messing around with Tyrone for so long, and yeah, I guess, I mean, they've had so much black inside them, now they think they're black. So yeah, my bad. Guys, these women have lost their damn minds thinking, this woman, look at her hands. Like, you can literally see, you can literally see her age in her hands. Like, this is like 60 years old. She's got to be like 60. And she thinks that she qualifies for a high value man and that men are supposed to chase her, and she's not putting in any effort. If she is interested, she will reciprocate it. And that's because you have these terrible simps out here telling these women, "Oh, you so beautiful. Oh, I want to marry you." Like, bro, you don't even have money like that. You're on that struggle bus. You're here trying to like wife a 304, and not even just a normal 304, like a 304 that's 30 years past her prime. No, bro, stop telling lies. Stop telling these lies. But it's just crazy. Like, this is the level of narcissism and entitlement that these women have. Like, they can't. They're like, bro, you're 30 years past having kids, man. Like, you're 30 years past having kids. and you're out here saying that you want a man who's gonna put a ring on it, open the door for you. I mean, well, he's gonna pay all your bills, and he's gonna do this and this, and he's gonna be he's gonna be 6 foot this. Bro, you're in your 60s now, man. You need to humble yourself. Humble yourself. But they don't know anything about humility. They don't know anything about humility. And by the way, guys, if you're enjoying these videos, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you already haven't, turn on notifications, never miss another video again. And like the video because it tells YouTube you want to see more of my content. And YouTube will suggest more of my videos in your suggested videos and on your homepage. And also, guys, if you want to help me to continue putting out more content, drop a donation via Cash App or PayPal. You find the links in the description of the video. Give me some Red Bull money so I can have enough energy to keep on putting content out because I'm working around the clock for you. Guys, these women have no humility. They have nothing to offer men, but they want to take everything because they somehow believe that they are precious, that they are perfect, and that men will always want them. And it's not true.
Be waiting for a long time. Well, the same could be said for her. If she wants a man to chase her,
She wants a man to chase her.
especially for a relationship, she could be waiting for a long time.
Guys, these women really think that men are going to be out here chasing them like that. Like, I mean, like, they really need to think again. They really need to reassess. Like, ladies, open up your eyes. Men are not, like, guys are walking away, and y'all still think this is a game. The funny thing is that right now, this is their attitude. This is their attitude, guys. Men aren't going to chase me. Like, I'm not going to chase men. But then a year goes by, and they're with their foolish little friends. Oh my God, listen, girl, these men today, they're so silly. Listen, you do you, boo. Get your money, all right? The right man will come when he comes, all right? Because you are special. You are that bad bee, and blah, 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 blah. 2 years later, oh my gosh, I'm single, and no man's talking to me. What's going on? And then she's trying to call up her phone friend. She's trying to call up her friends, and her friends aren't picking up. Her friends aren't picking up because the same friend that was talking crap to her has become as submissive as a motherfucker. So she's there, literally, she was there crying her eyes out, like, oh, well, I promise I will cook it, I will clean. All right. Like these women are literally destroying each other, telling each other absolute loads of nonsense right now. Okay, and then she's gonna find herself single as hell. And then when she realizes that men have really walked away, that's when they're gonna throw hell. That's when they're gonna throw hell. Going hard over the internet, and then they're gonna go into their inbox and they're gonna start looking at the simps, and they're gonna say, "Fine, I'll give this simp a try." And then they're like, okay, simp, I'll go on a date with you. And then they find out that this simp can't even hold them down. This simp is just like, he's a simp. He's not working on himself. He can't do anything for them. And then suddenly they start to realize that most of the simps that are orbiting them are not even men that are viable for relationships. Okay? And these guys were there just trying to get their nudes and slide it and get some butt, but they're really not marriageable material. All right? And now they're like, oh my gosh, what do? I don't want to even do this online dating thing. I need to go meet a guy. So they go to a bar, and there are no guys there. They go to a bar, they sit next to a guy. The guy gets up and walks away. All right, guy gets up and walks away. They're like, oh, it doesn't matter. Someone else will sit down next to me, bro. The seat next to them. No one ever sits down. There are 2 seats next to them. No one's sitting next to them. All right. No one's sitting next to them. They see guys come in, and the guys are just standing around, and they're like, what's going on? There's seats next to me. They're like, oh, I guess they don't want to sit down. Then another guy moves from the bar where he's sitting, all right? Because that wasn't sitting close, that's not sitting close to her. And another guy goes and takes a seat. And she's like, what the fuck is going on? And she sees it happening over and over and over and realizes that, yeah, they don't want to sit next to me. No, that can't be it. I'm wonderful, and I'm perfect, and I'm pretty, and yeah. And then so she's drinking, and then she realizes that, it's not working out for her. She's like, fuck it, I'm going home. All right. And she says, and the bartender, and she gets up to leave, and the bartender comes over, and he's like, excuse me, you didn't pay your bill. You didn't pay your tab. You didn't pay the tab. And she goes, what do you mean? I never pay for drinks. I always get them for free. And the bartender goes, not here, you don't, miss. The bill's 50, the bill's 55, 55, 60. She's like, I only had I only had two Long Island iced teas. And he's like, yeah, and they were $27 each. All right, now pay up. And she's like, I didn't bring any cash. And he's like, well, then I'm calling the cops. All right, because that's robbery. And I mean, like, this is what they're going to experience. They're going to start. They're going to have that fall from grace, and right. And when they can't pay their bills and they're looking for men to help them out, like, listen to me, they're going to learn a lesson that when somebody wants their money, they want their money, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right, there's not going to be any more bailouts. They think the government's going to bail them out. They're going to end up in FEMA camp. They're going to end up. A lot of them are going to end up in Tent City. Tent City, and I told y'all Tyrone is the king of Tent City, and that's really where they belong, guys. This is not a game. I told y'all, it's situational. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So I mean, nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever, and now these women are going to face the consequences of those actions. All right. They're going to face the consequences of their actions. The pendulum has swung far left. Now that shit is going to swing far right. If anyone understands momentum, feminism didn't happen overnight. The nightmare we're living in, this is something that's been fostering for more than 50 years. For more than 50 years, a lot of this crap started back in the 60s. So I want y'all to do the math. If we are in 2023, and it takes multiple generations it takes multiple generations to clear this kind of thing up, right? I honestly don't see anything happening for about 75 years. But let's give it 50. Guys, we're talking like 2075, all right? Close to 2100. Like, bro, it's insane. Like, we're talking Blade Runner era. Like, we should be in space at that point, traveling the stars. 2075, we may not even be on this planet. Have you guys heard about the whole UFO thing? And that they've actually recovered. There's like this big cover. Like, look it up. Like, there's an official who came out, and he's like, they actually have been covering it up for decades, and they've actually recovered a lot, like these spacecrafts that are definitely not from Earth, and they've recovered bodies. And like, there's a whistleblower that came. Guys, we may not even be on Earth. A lot of us may not even be here. We may be in the stars at that point, all right? Cruising the galaxy, looking for some alien booty to beat up, all right? Guys, women are demanding men date them as password bros leave, and that shit's not going to happen. I want to know what you guys think about this phenomenon, as these old 304s just still don't get it. I want to know what y'all think in the comments. Let's talk about it in the comments. And guys, again, if you support the channel and you want to drop some cash and give me some Red Bull money so I have more energy to keep on giving you more content that you enjoy, you can drop me some cash via PayPal or Cash App. You can see the links on the screen, and the links are also in the description of the video. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, if you share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.